Welcome, Pirate Council. May our tall tales please you. When last we left our heroes, just as the tide of battle seems to be turning in their favour, the sharp-eyed lookout high in the crow's nest, I'm assuming Reynod, lets out a piercing cry that cuts through the chaos. Ship on the horizon! You tear your gaze from the bloody melee on the deck of Jade Fortune and squint towards the horizon. There, cutting through the waves with a terrifying grace, is a sight that sends a shiver down the spine of even the hardiest pirate. A gunship, flying the dreaded colours of the Emerald Trading Company. The vessel is sleek and menacing, its hull painted a dark, almost blackened green that seems to meld with the churning sea. The ship is built for speed and power, its sharp prow slicing through the waves with ruthless efficiency. Along the deck, you see artillery, but you also see figures cloaked in deep emerald robes, spellcasters, their hands glowing with arcane energy as they prepare their spells. The ship's name, the Serpent's Bite, blazoned in shimmering gold along the side, a deadly reminder of the sting that awaits those who dare cross the company's path. The wind catches its sails, massive emerald sheets adorned with intricate runes that pulse with magical power. As the ship closes the distance, you notice the crew moving with a disturbing precision. These aren't just sailors, they're battle-hardened mercenaries bought by the Emerald Trading Company. Among them, a few wizards and sorcerers even mutter incantations, their eyes glowing with the power they are about to unleash. Wisps of ethereal smoke rise from their hands and the air crackles with energy. On the quarterdeck, you see, well, those of you with the eyes to tear away from the battle, see a wizard clad in elaborate robes adorned with sigils of power, raising a staff high into the air, lightning arcing from its tip, briefly illuminating the entire ship in an ominous glow. What carries over to you is the rhythmic beat of a war drum, enchanted to reverberate with a spell that quickens the pulse and steadies the aim. It echoes across the water to you, drowning out the sounds of battle. It drives the Serpent's Bite forward, like a predator on the hunt. Now, this is no ordinary gunship. The Serpent's Bite is a vessel augmented with the insane wealth of the trading company with arcane assistance designed to hunt and obliterate pirate vessels with both steel and sorcery. The cannons along its sides are not only forged with the finest metals, but some of them potentially also inscribed with runes of destruction, ready to unleash explosive blasts of both iron and fire. You've got precious few minutes to grab what you can from the Jade Fortune, coin, cargo, anything of value, before this new threat is upon you. Call to action is clear, move fast, because once the Serpent's Bite closes in, you'll be locked in a deadly chase, with spells and cannon fire hounding your every move. The sea spray catches in the wind, mingling with the faint smell of ozone, as the wizards aboard the Serpent's Bite begin to weave their spells. The very air around you seems to tighten, thick with tension and the promise of destruction. This is no ordinary skirmish. This is a battle for your lives against the might of well-paid steel and sorcery. The clock is ticking, pirates. What do you grab? Where do you go? Time is running out, and the jaws of the Serpent's Bite, filled with both sword and spells, are closing fast. Make your decisions quickly, for the chase is about to begin.
I mean, first off, Dan, how dare you describe that amazing ship and make me not want to steal it?
Oh shit.
Sure. You have other things on your attention, though, currently, Paulie, as we get back to the top of round 4 of the battle.
All right, come in. Let's go.
Sorry, I'll lay the scene again for you know, it's been 2 weeks. Captain Lysandra Voss of the Jade Fortune is still standing with sort of a member of her crew, or a number of members of her crew. Some of them have swarmed onto La Floridita and are starting to attack your your crewmates who were left behind. And Killian, when last we saw him, had taken some hits, but he'd also summoned a draconic spirit to sort of take on Lysandra Voss. One of her sort of first mate, I think, Duragar had enlarged to double the size and was locked in combat with Fiera, whilst Karu and Paulie kind of flit about the battlefield, I think, focusing mainly on the captain and her personal guard.
Yep. I was going after the mage or the
oh, sorry, yeah, there was a mage that had scuttled off. Karu was going to finish him off, but he may have died due to some kind of necrotic cloud that seeped down into the lower bilges of the ship.
Ooh, okay.
From Killian, not just this boat is not just full of necrotic energy. That was Killian. There's any evil necrotic magic.
How many of them are left?
It was Killian.
Yeah, okay. Right. Okay. Okay. Well, I think Paulie would absolutely go and he'll dive. He will use his bonus action to use a dash.
Okay.
To get down to the captain.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, there.
I will say as well, on like a more meta specific point of view, I have a counter. Each round that passes while you're locked in combat, the Serpent's bite inches closer.
The game's paused. That's why I can't move.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. The Serpent's bite flies closer. It will have a firing position at you in a certain number of turns.
Cool.
Now, you don't know what that is. There are ways you can potentially look to find out. But know that you have to either end this battle and flee, or end this battle, loot and flee, or continue the battle while looting, then flee. And all of that time, the clock is ticking on the Serpent's bite getting closer. And do remember that you rammed your ship into this one. It's going to take some doing to unhook it and unconnect it and get up and going again.
That's why I was thinking of doing something. I've got an idea. All right. Can I? So use my dash.
Mm-hmm.
I'll stab her with Talon.
Mm-hmm.
I get my thing because I got a buddy next to me.
Yep.
Oh, 15 to hit though.
It does not. She seems pretty well armored and is quite handy with her flame tongue longsword. She's able to parry that out of the way.
All right. Well, I'll end my turn. Right.
Kara's like, is that it?
Yep.
Potentially much in the same vein as that kind of whiff that just glances off armor. The merchant crew who are around Yama attempt to go to town, knocking on his armor with their scimitar attacks, but I assume 15s across the board is not going to do it for him.
Nope.
Dirty 20?
Yes. Meets beats.
That one will hit for 10 slashing damage.
Non-magical?
Not all non-magical, yeah. 22 will be the next one, so that'll be an extra 4 damage.
Thank you.
And then with the third attack from his dagger...
this guy's good.
Completely whiffs. The guard that sees Paulie swoop in and attack his captain is going to turn and strike at Paulie. Protection. Oh, cool. He's going to turn his strike at Paulie. Attacks twice. First attack on Paulie, 24 to hit. I'm assuming that's a yes. 9 slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And a 13 to hit.
Mm-mm.
Ooh, hold on. He has... Oh, no. He has improved critical, but he rolled an 18 on the first one, not a 19. He seemed... Maybe he's got the same tattoos as you had, Karu. They're kind of muscly one along the arm, you see. That you know what that means. He's had special... some level of special training, perhaps. But he dives in front of his captain and to the rescue starts fighting back poorly. More of the crew surrounding Yama. How's Yama looking currently?
Yama looks fine. He's got some scrapes and cuts, but he looks fine.
Yeah, cool. More sort of ineffectual attacks. Yama sort of standing on the bridge between two ships. You can't even see the big hulking shipman that you've pushed down there, obviously crushed between the two keels. Or between the two hulls, as you stand, mostly surrounded, suspended in the air by this sort of narrow bridge, and just holding the gangplank between the two. Amira is going to attack Fiera. What did she got? Dirty 20 and a 15 to hit. Katie, I believe you're running Fiera, or is that Yama?
No, that's Yama.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot.
Oh yeah, you're running Aveline.
I'm running my girlfriend.
Sorry, what damage did Fiera take?
So you need to make just a con save to see if
Con
she takes
save.
damage.
Con.
I always forget these rules. You have a book?
It's just like, yeah, isn't it? If it's not a spell, if it's just like an attack, it's like 10 or half the damage to save.
Yeah. Con saving throw. The DC is the average damage from the attack. The average damage would be 8. The DC 8.
I don't freaking do anything.
You can't roll a saving throw.
I was clicking the button and nothing's rolling, so I'm just going to roll a straight D20
Plus
and
3.
it's a +3, so that's a 13.
Cool. Yep. So she does not take damage for that, and the second attack, I believe, misses. So Fiera's kind of holding her own, more like a sword dancer, sort of ducking and weaving out of the way of this sort of large, brutish Duragar. And we turn our attention.
She's only AC 16.
Oh yeah, the second attack
Or is
was
that
15 to hit.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yama.
Oh, Yama, shit. Okay. Yama is going to ask for some saves, please. Could I please get... Gosh. I am not having a good time.
The dice just not rolling.
And there we go. I just wanted to see. Okay, so some wisdom DCs, please, as Yama just says in this big booming voice, fall.
Mm-hmm. And how many of them are you targeting this? So you cast at third level, so that's...
Yes, I'm targeting all 3 around me, please.
Isn't it base 1 and then it's for every spell slot above? Oh, it's a level 1 spell.
So I've casted it at third level, yeah.
Okay. So you say fall. Now, the command is... it can't do it if the command is directly harmful to it. I'll say, obviously, yeah, if you're just getting them to fall, it's not really directly harmful because it's the fall that'll kill them.
Off the ship.
If they fall, I'm going to give them an opportunity to kind of grab on, kind of like I did with that other guy.
I like it.
So they're essentially going to throw themselves onto the ground, and the ships kind of crashing into each other may give them an opportunity to kind of go to go into the drink here. One is definitely going to fail that. So let's just put him as prone. Second one, wisdom saving throw. That's also a failure, and also a failure. These guys are
Get
just, not loving the fact that Yama is just an unstoppable machine of golden armor, and so they're going to and
Trying to finish this quickly.
yeah, and let me see. I'll roll some saving throws here, and just see on average kind of how well they do. One of them just goes teetering into the water, and is churned up.
Woohoo!
Oh God.
See ya.
Okay, the other crew members who attack, it's crew on crew battles out here. There's sort of a couple of merchant soldiers who have swarmed in. Oh, sorry, Yama, you probably had more movement and stuff. Did you want to move? Or do bonus actions?
True, yes, thank you. Sorry. Let's see what bonus actions I have here.
Push one of them in.
Yeah, can I take an action to just maybe yank this one in front of me off the...
So
looks
casting
like he's
command
half-
is your action, I believe.
You're right, so I only have movement or
Movement or a
bonus
bonus,
action. Do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, I don't really want to run away, so I think I'll stay where I am.
Mhm.
I really want to start looting, but
If that's what you want to turn your hand to, that's certainly a thing we can do.
no, that's fine. I'll finish these two guys off at least.
Mhm. All right. They are currently prone, and the other ones sort of who are fighting your crew. Let's just do some kind of basic rolls here. It looks like Raynaud's taken a hit. And let's see if this guy can do anything fun. That's about it though. So you see sort of Raynaud is kind of on the back foot, being pressed hard by some of these merchants. Or mercenaries, I guess you should say. All right. One of the crew who's the terrified crew member who I guess has been cowering away from the battle somewhat. Ooh, nice. Is going to score a critical hit against Killian.
Oh shit.
He is now not looking great, as he just says, "Ah, shit," and but he is able to maintain his concentration on the big dragon that he has summoned. Cool. The captain, Paulie, that you've kind of struck out at, she kind of sneers at you and says, you hear those drums? The noose is coming for you, Captain. Guess you won't be the next Featherstorm after all."
Yeah. Look, I've seen many nooses. None of them fit me that well, so we'll see how that goes.
Holy shit, why is it giving me a template? Multi-attack, 2-attack. She said, yeah. So she yells out to kind of bolster her crew, and it's just like the reinforcements are here. The bite is almost here. Come on, men. We don't want to give up the kill to those overpaid robe wearers. Take this crew down now before they get here. And she's going to attack you, Paulie. 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. How's that? Oh, yeah. So that's 11 damage, 5 of which is slashing, 6 of which is fire as she kind of like
I
cuts.
will uncanny dodge.
Yeah. As you go to dodge out of the way, you feel a crackle of kind of lightning, the kind of remnants of Killian's lightning bolt that hit you, still crackling along Talon and kind of crackling along your feathers, and almost you feel almost like you've been shocked again in how you kind of jump back to dodge from that ability. You can feel that lightning is kind of lingering. There's no sort of mechanical effect here. It's more just like you can feel that there's something about lightning is kind of like sticking to you a little bit. All right, second attack, 19 to hit.
19 hits.
14 damage this time, 8 slashing, 6 fire.
All right, I'm on 9 health.
Okay.
Yikes.
Cool. And from her yelling,
there,
all her remaining crew are feeling like give out a cheer and kind of pressing on, even though they've kind of been pressed back. You know, all the main fighters are looking a bit rough. You know, there's crew underneath the more sort of non-combat crew manning bits and pieces under the ship, maybe like boarding up holes and things like that. There's more to the ship than just these, but there's the main fighting force, right?
Cool. Yep.
That you would need to subdue to kind of take this ship. But the ones on the deck that remain, they seem heartened and are keen to give more in battle. For Killian, though, he's going to have his Draconic Spirit attack. Rend. That's a big rend. As she's sort of attacking you, Paulie, the Draconic Spirit of necrotic energy just kind of rakes its talons across her back.
Cool, that thing too.
And that's all I'm going to do for Killian because he's not here. And that's what you get. You're a man down. He's distracted. He's hearing drums. He's seeing cool magic shit. And he's probably yelling out, "Captain, why don't we, what if we steal all their magic? And like, I'll hold on to it. Don't worry about it." And in fact, he's
sounds right.
I think he's spending his turn eyeing up the like bits of, there are sort of some crates and stuff like that up on the surface of the ship. And he's going to spend his turn. He's just going to alight with his wings and make his way straight to the captain's quarters to just loot the fuck out of it.
Love it.
Karu.
That's what I was going to do. So we're not like Karu to Paul. He's like, so we just want the treasure, right? We don't want this ship.
Look,
Do we want the ship?
let's take down the captain and we'll just take them both because I reckon that's the best way for us to get the loot.
Okay.
We don't need to detach La Floridita. We can just take them both.
Karu is like actually like me in battle, like rubbing his chin, going, yes, yes, yes. Okay, well, I was gonna go and run and loot, but I will stay and fight instead.
Take down the captain, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, I am going to attack the captain. I'm using my claws. I had to like double check, so I don't have my scimitar out, but my claws have my fire magic on them.
Yep.
So I'm gonna take my first attack against the captain, lady.
So as a reaction, the guard interposes himself and gives you disadvantage on the attacks.
I didn't hit her.
Okay.
So I think when he does that, I think Kara is just like, ugh, rude, and actually will switch to attack the guard.
Yeah. So
so it won't have disadvantage
for the second attack then.
No.
Wow, Glad you didn't have it.
Way better.
Oh, I rolled a 1 on the fucking... So 5 slashing damage and 3 fire damage.
So 8 total. Cool.
I guess I'll do my... Because I can do 3 attacks.
Mm-hmm.
So for my bonus action, I'll do a 3rd attack on the guard again.
Take him, dude. Oh, no.
No, I did not.
Yeah, he
that
sort
was
of like
trash.
stuck his blade sort of in front to kind of like catch your claws when you attack the captain, and then you kind of rake him across the chest, and he's just like, ah! And then you go again in that kind of fury, and just sort of maybe a little bit blind ragey. Maybe you've still got one eye on some treasure as well. Maybe you're still going. So that hand on chin, is that a, yes, second ship, or is it a like, how the fuck are we going to man 2 ships with half a crew?
Yeah, Pokenolas does.
Sure.
Like he was just like, actually, maybe he was thinking, he's like, could I be captain?
I mean, we're technically in the wind, so I mean, we could be moving a little bit already.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I do think Karu, in his like gurgly werefish voice to the guy, is just like, stay still. Like it's just like at the guy. And that's all I can do. I think Evelyn is... I was going to get her to start looting, actually. So I think
Sure.
she might...
Yes.
I think she might do that. So my original plan was I was going to go and loot with her, but I just kind of like whistle. Like not a like to a border collie kind of whistle. Not a you're an animal whistle, but like, hey sexy, go get some treasure whistle. And she's going to go, I think, below deck and just...
Can you
whatever
roll
she can find.
a d12 for me, please? Oh, what do you think Evelyn would go for in terms of? Would she go for? Yeah, what do you think she would go for in terms of treasure?
I think she would look for small chests initially. I do think she would probably be more prone to looking at, like, if she saw a weapon. Of sorts, she'd probably go for that more than she would go for loot.
Okay, yep.
Anyway.
Roll a d12, yep.
10.
Very cool. Sweet. She has found something. And let me just...
I hear from below the decks, I found something!
That's right. Well, you just hear her go like, ooh.
Ooh. Love it. Yeah, that's me.
Cool. Back to
I
the...
forgot to do Fiera, sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah, we can do that now. What is Fiera doing?
Oh, cool. Maybe just attacking this large lady. Thank you, Durgar. So this is +5. 15 to hit.
15 will not hit, I'm afraid. This large Durgar is kind of well armored, obviously looking quite big, is able to kind of batter the deft blade of Fiera away with a big war pick.
It's too bright for Fiera.
That's a good point. She's got her big admiral hat on, but it's just not enough to shield her eyes.
Enough.
Imagining like the Marceline for Adventure Time, big floppy hat to like.
Yeah.
Maybe they can
can I
Need
actually
a cute parasol.
the horrors below.
We can get it one. Can I actually do my movement? I just realized I didn't move, and I could have.
Of course.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just do what I was originally gonna do, which because I've attacked, even though I didn't hit the lady, just the fact that I've tried to attack them means they can't take opportunity attacks on me if I run away.
Yep.
Would.
So I am actually going to go and run over to where Evelyn's going. So maybe it's more like I go stab, and then I'm like, I take
Stand still, and then you run away.
Yeah, stand still. and I was like, stand still, psych, and it's just like run off. And then sort of like make eye contact with Evelyn and like we both run down. And so we both go, ooh.
Yeah, she's holding kind of a wrapped bundle that doesn't quite have the dimensions of like, say, a long sword or something like that, but it's kind of like the same rough shape, maybe a bit wide and a bit shorter. But she's like, ooh, this seems cool. And she's like tucked that away and she's like, And she's like, "Oh, the captain has it covered."
Yeah.
As we cut to the captain having it covered.
Paulie like is staunching like a spurting blood vessel, which is obviously popped. He is not okay, but he might have this, so we'll see how we go. All right. Paulie is going to do what he always does, an attack with talent.
Mhm.
I'm going to attack the Capitan with it.
Because he's already used his reaction, the
fuck?
warrior cannot
No.
step in the way. Not that it matters. A 12 is not going to hit.
Sorry?
12 is not going to hit.
No, I didn't think so.
Just in case you thought it would, though. I just want to let you know.
Now.
Yeah. Can I attack with talent again?
No, you don't get multi-attack as a rogue.
No.
You can either
think so.
fire your pistol with your bonus action or your dagger, whichever's in your hand, I think.
No, it's my pistol. Well, that hit. Hopefully, 27.
No, of course it does.
Oh, and Kara is gone, so I don't even get my fucking...
Are you friends with Killian's dragon?
No, I'm not friends with the dragon. That would be dumb. 15 damage. Fuck!
There's just like a small tear that comes out of the dragon's eyes as you're like, no, I'm not friends with it. That's dumb. It's just
Dragon.
like
I don't know that dragon.
Oh yeah, you don't like
huge
dragons? Paulie doesn't
head.
like dragons in general, doesn't
I
he?
don't fucking like dragons, man.
Aw. This
Oh.
dragon was like, we shared ice cream together.
I hate dragons. Dragons and giants. They can go get
I
fucked.
wrote it in my journal that I made a little feathered friend.
I'm in trouble. My plan's not going to work.
Good news.
Should I have not run away?
No.
Okay.
Good news is
Whoops.
12 damage is enough. So you pull out Shrimpy and take the shot, especially with the kind of thunder damage. I like to think it kind of knocks her back against the capstan. And she's there kind of like sword at her side, leaning against her. I'll say for great narrative effect, she's bleeding out. And kind of looking up at you, you can see like her, part of her body's a bit broken. Without healing magic, she will die.
Yep.
And she's kind of looking up at you, as you're like holding one arm, kind of also breathing heavily. I imagine, lightning crackling and stuff like that. You have just bested her, and she's kind of like lying on the ground there, looking up at you. And you see like her eyes kind of drift off up and to the right. You can see like she's listening to those drums and trying to like stay awake. But she's
I'll
effectively...
recock.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fuck. I like that she's dying, so I'll recock the gun.
Mhm.
I like the shrimpy and just go to her. Tell your men to surrender, and we'll let you get healed. Like point at her.
She says, I would give my life for my crew. You cannot threaten me with a good time. And she just like...
Bang. I bet shoot her before she can finish. All good.
Yeah. I had a cool bunch of lore about that character, and you just killed her, but that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll yell out still. I'll yell out to the guys. I'm like, your captain's dead. Well, lay down your swords and you might live.
Excellent. Let me see.
Those meows are adorable.
Yeah.
So cute.
Tell you what, I love that idea, and I'm going to let you make an intimidation check, but that's going to be on your next turn because
I'm going to fly up anyway as well.
Yeah,
because
that's fine.
I am really hurt.
This guy's going to try and take a swipe at you
Yeah,
as you go.
fine.
But I love the idea of you flying up and yelling down at the ship. But I think like if you're attempting to get an entire ship to surrender, that's probably like a full action.
It's a whole action.
Yeah,
absolutely. Of course.
All right, one attack coming in at you. Actually, you know what? He doesn't get an attack because he used his reaction to impose disadvantage on Karu.
Yes.
So that's good because that means the 18 that he just rolled does not hit you.
Thank God, because I have 9 health.
These guys on the edge of the ship are going to kind of climb back up onto the edge of it here, and one of them's just like, you're on your own, mate, and he's going to run over to attack the other crew members. Yama, you're going to get an attack of opportunity here.
I will take it. Ooh, yeah.
The sailor is just like, oh god, this guy's voice is spooky as fuck. Like, it made me do things. I'm getting away from him.
I still got my potion of Hill of Fire Giant Strength on, so that is a 23 to hit.
Oh, that definitely hits.
Yeah. Urgh. Come on, damage. I'm gonna add some smite. Smite. Oh yeah. So that is 8 plus 10, 18 damage, please.
18, alright. Cool. He looks pretty beat up from that.
Oh, sorry, it's 23 damage, not 18.
Oh, so that's an extra 5, is it? Yeah, he's very...
Extra 5, yeah, thank you.
He's very not
Sweet.
good.
Very not good.
Oh, actually, what is his... what is this measurement? Is this still like slippery terrain?
I think that was terrain, wasn't it?
A
Frost,
sleet
like
storm?
icicles?
Yeah.
It's a
Like,
sleep
down?
storm. Yeah.
Okay, so even with half speed, he can get there. That's fine. Because I just remembered he had to spend half his speed to stand up.
Yes.
But he's going to kind of try and flank with his friends and take on Nesbit. Nesbit will make a con saving throw, which he's not amazing at. But it is enough. Nesbit is able to hold his own. Him and Ratty going from throwing small-scale explosives, because he's on your ship, Captain. It doesn't want to put holes in the deck. But him and Ratty kind of turn around, and he just yells, "Go for the eyes, Ratty!" And Ratty, is just throwing this little sailor off his game. The other guy that's next to you, Yama, is going to spend half his movement standing up, and then come at you.
Bring it on.
He's just like, I will be the one that fells the legendary Don Ma. 23 to hit.
I'm going to use a reaction to buff my AC by 4.
Mm-hmm.
So, miss.
Second attack, 22 to hit. Does that buff last till the end of your turn?
Against that attack roll, so no.
So no. 22 to hit, he will do 9 slashing damage.
Thank you.
And then come in with a dagger in his offhand, much like Paulie. These guys are kind of like Paulie. But a 13 will not hit.
Yama is bloodied, just.
Yeah. The guard is going to just like take a moment to... He's going to like look down at his sort of crushed and destroyed and blown up captain. And he's just going to be like, Voss! And he's going to pull out a javelin from like, a bit of wood essentially that's kind of like, off to the side in kind of barrels, and try and hurl it up at you, Paulie. 30 feet.
Bring it on.
What is a javelin's range? Do we know? Is it a question we can ever answer? Look, I don't know. He's just going to throw it. But no matter what he does with his excellent throwing, it's not enough. And Paulie, you're able to duck and weave out of the way, leaving I like to think a little bit of a trail of sparks behind you. This lightning seems to be sticking around. It seems to like you.
The third time you've mentioned it, it may be something we should check out after the battle.
I'm foreshadowing, you think?
Probably not relevant.
I can take a hint.
Some war pick attacks on Fiera are not going to land, and we get to Yama.
I would like to shove this guy. That's it, like an attack action, or
Yep. So it's one of your attacks. You can shove.
shove. It must succeed on a strength or dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, he's going to try dexterity here.
8 plus my strength modifier and proficiency bonus. So 15. What's my proficiency bonus?
For most people, I think it's probably a +4 at this level. Yeah, you have a +4.
Okay, cool. So that's DC 19 for the shove.
Okay, he fails with a 12. Now, are you
So he
maneuvering
gets-
to shove him between the ships like you've done everyone else?
No, I'm just gonna push him down, but I'd love for it to count as an assist on the intimidation check if you'd allow it.
Sure.
Happy to roll that too.
Yeah.
But basically just a growl and a big show of strength, because with this potion of giant strength, I'd love him to go a little bit flying about
Yeah.
5 feet.
Yeah, I think you shove him into the back of the La Floridita,
Cool.
right? Like you've just shoved him, and he's there, kind of crumpled. He's not overly hurt by that, but you can see his eyes kind of in terror at that.
Amazing.
For sure.
And then Yama is going to go downstairs and loot as well. He's looking for maybe maps and contacts.
Sure. Yeah.
So more like paperwork.
Yeah, roll a d12 for me, please.
D12. D12. 9?
9.
9.
Uh,
Thank you.
you kind of rush in with your giant strength, clomp, 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 in your big heavy armor, and you find kind of a sheaf of papers, with a very basic kind of sewn spine of just leather strips, and you scoop that up. You don't really have time to look at it in the kind of heat of battle, but I will mark that here that you have picked that up.
Amazing. Thank you.
Anything else? I think that's mostly everything from Yama. Anything for Fiera?
Oh, I have to do Fiera. Fiera will roll to attack. So this is a +5. Oh, it was almost a natural 18. Instead, it's 10. She sucks.
It's not enough.
I don't believe she can do anything else. Sorry, my foundry's just gone.
Yeah, mine went
Really?
blank too.
I just hit
Yeah, it's
play
just
on the
gone.
sounds. That might have caused you to download sounds or something. It might be a bit squiff.
Everything went black.
Oh no!
And now
Yeah, mine went black.
I'm
I
refreshing
just
it.
refreshed it, so it might just be me.
That's what I get for trying to get sound
Mine's
in the
fine.
game.
It's just a problem.
How dare you try to be more immersive, Dan? Jesus.
I know. Actually, that
But yeah,
music's
that's
too,
it for me. That's all G.
too fun and lighthearted. Let's go.
No.
It's gonna break it for you again.
Please no.
Did that actually break it again when it was?
Oh, I'm still trying to load back in from the last time you broke it.
Oh, okay, good.
Mine's fine. Yeah, I don't know what these two were talking about. I think
It's
they're
because you
lying.
got a hardcore gaming. It's because you got a hardcore gaming PC, Katie. Even if you're not
Yeah,
Are you
using
playing
to
on
play,
I'm totally playing on right now.
the fact that it's just on your desk, it's providing a +2 bonus to being able to
I'm,
play the
st-
game.
I'm starting to plug it into TV and just play games on the TV.
Yeah, smart. Love it.
Perfect.
Reynard
Wow.
takes another hit. He's not loving life currently. And so does Diana, though her and Reynard do get a few licks in.
Leave my horse girlfriend alone.
Stop having so many girlfriends.
No, I need more.
More.
The harem is not complete.
One for every day of the week.
Yes, pretty much. And then they all need one for every day of the week. So we need at least, like, I don't know, 49.
Yeah, it's an intricate polycule setup. Like, there's a whole roster.
Yeah, we've got,
and
like,
a
a
rotor.
timetable. Yeah. Yeah. You know those, like, chore wheels? It's like... Anyway, let's stop.
Cool. You hear Killian rummaging around in the captain's quarters, and you just hear him be like, "Oh, fuck yeah," as he's obviously just spending his turn getting loot. And I guess he just yells back out, "Hey, Captain, how much shit are we taking?"
As much as you bloody well can.
Okay, you're handling the big ship out there, right?
How close is it?
Something to maybe check on your turn.
I'll check on my turn, thank you.
I guess if you yell out, "How close is it?" Killian yells back, "I'm inside the captain's quarters. I can't see that, you idiot." True to form, Killian. Karu,
Yes.
you and Evelyn running around hooting.
Yeah.
What are your eyes looking for?
I think Karu is just thinking, Captain very much likes money. Maybe I should look for, like, gold and precious gems and stuff like that. So maybe I'm looking for, like,
Barrels, crates, chests.
small barrels, crates, something that I can lift, basically, and just grab and throw
Sure.
over to the ship.
Roll a d12 for me.
Big money, no whammy. Oh, 10 again.
You see something that you can like easily grab with a tentacle to kind of put on your arm and leave your other arms and tentacle free. And it's sort of like a bundle of something. It's sort of like wrapped in kind of, that kind of waxed cloth. You're like, "Oh, this is very easy. I can grab this first, and then my hands are free to kind of do other things." Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Can I do any more looting? Is that kind of my this turn?
I'll let you do one more.
Yay! Let me do one more
Steal more shit. Steal more shit.
because I plan to like run out. Oh, a 6.
A 6. You pick up like a small crate that feels pretty like not overly heavy, but there's a bit of like clink to it when you pick it up. So you're able to kind of grab that. You can kind of put that under one arm. You now have one arm and one tentacle free.
Yeah, cool. Well, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna look at like Yama and Evelyn and be like, "Yeah, we should probably go, maybe." And I'm actually gonna like come back up. I don't know like how many feet it takes for me to come up the stairs.
It doesn't really matter for you, does it?
Well, no.
Infinity.
I was just trying to play.
I know.
Trying to play the game, Dan.
I think
like,
you've got plenty of movement to get.
What
back
I'm gonna
up.
do is I was gonna be able to run onto the ship, even to just like I was actually gonna like run on and like maybe just like drop the stuff I picked up and then like run back.
Sure.
To sort of essentially end up where my character is.
I think that's reasonable for Karu. Yeah, I think everyone else, it's probably like a full turn's worth of movement to get back to the ship and then a full turn of movement to go again, whereas Karu's just zip, zip, zip. And if you really want to, you could use your slippers of Ride the Lightning and just kill Paulie.
Yeah.
I was like, kill what? No. Co-captain, not captain replacement. That's what's going through Kari's head. I think Evelyn is going to do another loot herself. again, looking for weaponry, maybe also keeping her eye out for like magical stuff. Not that I think she can tell particularly.
Yep.
But she'll use her action to loot again.
Sure.
Mm, 6 again. Jesus. It's rolling the same numbers.
Can you just roll again? Because I've got a D4 table here. A D12 table.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Like, oh wait, I didn't do that. Okay, 12. I don't think I've gotten the 12 yet.
All right. She grabs what appears to be kind of a small bag. Almost like a pouch that she kind of lifts and like looks at it. She kind of weighs it and is like, and kind of ties it to her belt.
She's going to also make her way out, up and out. And she has, I think, 30.
Yeah. So she could probably like get back to the ship, but not do a double trip. Yeah.
That's fine. She's just gonna
Oops.
Whoa, sorry, I didn't do that. So yeah, she's gonna get back there and put the stuff down that she grabbed. That's us done.
All right. That's 2 rounds worth of fighting and looting. The ship is closer. Paulie.
All right. Paulie is going to intimidate the remaining crew by screaming, "Your captain is dead! Lay down your weapons and surrender, and we'll let you live." Can I intimidate them?
You certainly can.
With advantage.
Whoa, very
Oh.
good.
Oh, yes.
All right. Let me think.
And while you're at it, fill our crew up, fill our ship up with your loot.
Yeah. So what is it you yell to? Like your captain is dead, and this ship is ours, or like what are you actually saying?
I lay down your weapons and surrender, and you'll live. And while you're at it, pick up all your loot and put it on our ship.
All right. So I think you gotta honor the crit in some ways. I don't know if they're going to do all the loading for you on the ship as you tower above them. However, I will say that the one that Yama feared just is like, oh shit, and just throws himself overboard.
Yeet.
Yeah.
He's floating down there. In fact, well, he's not dead. I shouldn't have deaded him, but he's floating down there, hoping to be picked up or survive long enough to get picked up, you would assume. These guys all definitely drop their weapons and kind of mill about, being threatened by the rest of the existing crew.
Perfect.
One of them is just the Ratty is kind of like now on his shoulder as he's kind of dropped his swords, and Ratty's just like right up into his ear and just kind of like whispering threats in Rat into his ear. The quartermaster and the guard are gonna kind of like look up at you, look out to the horizon where the other ship is, kind of look at each other, and then drop their weapons.
Hell yes. Hell yes. All right.
Oh, yes.
Cool. And then I'm gonna look at where the ship is.
And this guy's definitely
Last
like
little part.
dropped his weapon and kind of backed off as well.
Yep. I'm gonna look where the ship is too.
Give me a perception check.
Ooh, not great. Oh, 18. Reliable talent.
Coming in clutch.
Always. Always clutch.
So, as a experienced captain, experienced pirate, you know that to get these ships, or to get your ship especially moving again, is going to take some time. In game terms, that might be a skills challenge, which means more rounds, right? Not necessarily combat, but rounds to
But
accumulate
see,
successes.
because we rammed into them,
Yeah.
right? Neither ship has furled sails, so they're kind of actually listing, right?
Yep.
Right. Wind-wise, can we navigate both ships so they're moving together for now as we uncouple?
So you came in and kind of T-boned this ship,
Yep.
and the way wind pushes your mast, it pushes you forward effectively, and them forward as well. So
Right.
you're being pulled at cross purposes here, and I think the only thing that's keeping you together is the hooks and grapples that your crew kind of launched on.
Cool.
I mean, you could go for that to try and separate the ships, then lash them together, but they would both need to point in the same direction.
Yeah, okay. That's right.
So I'll say doable, but it's going to make it harder.
That's okay. That's okay.
So I wrote down that you have 10 turns until you're in firing range of 10 rounds until you're in firing range of the merchant ship. Now, bear in mind that is its longest range, right?
Yep.
So it'll be at disadvantage. But there may be some spells and things like that they can do at that range to kind of hinder you.
Yep.
You're 2 rounds down. Well, I guess we're going into the 3rd round now. So 3 rounds down. You've got 7 left. You're also going to have to undergo a skills challenge effectively to get this ship moving. So there's time, depending on how successful you are at getting your ship moving again, and how well you can outrun a ship of the line, which has much bigger sails than you.
Not faster, though.
Not more agile against the wind, but I believe a ship of the line is faster.
Just watching Timmy in real time trying to convince himself will be totally fine and we can take on this massive
Oh no,
ship.
you're absolutely right. A ship of the line
Absolutely,
is not
yeah. Smaller ship, faster.
My understanding was because I had big sails, it would also be faster.
No. Big sails just means
less
bigger
agile.
on the. Yeah.
I mean, it needs bigger sails because it's a bigger ship. All kind of cancels out.
Yeah.
Yep.
You anticipate. So whilst to give you give everyone a bit of scale, your ship is the equivalent of a brig. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anything smaller would be a sloop. Sloop would be the fastest ship.
Yeah. I just
Of
thought,
this era.
Yeah. So as a brig, you're in terms of you can sort of man a crew of sort of like 30 max, right? Comfortable with maybe like 15. A ship of the line holds about 400 max with a current crew of about 150. Just to put things into perspective.
Yep.
For everyone who doesn't know ships.
She big.
Ooh.
The ship you've attacked.
32? Is it 32?
It's 32 what?
32 guns on a ship of the line?
Potentially. I don't know. I don't have that details. I have game details.
30.
Such as how much their guns do in damage.
30.
How much heavy
30.
armor they have. And you know
Me
that...
just being a ship nerd.
Yeah. In game terms, you also know that a ship of the line is sluggish, so it only rotates once in like a naval combat style, compared to you, which can rotate twice.
Yep.
But it has heavy armor and potentially bigger cannon than you.
We're going to run away from it, to be honest.
Oh, yeah. It's like a chihuahua trying to take on a Rottweiler. No.
Cute, though.
Cute.
Until
we're
it gets
dead.
Yeah. So yeah, you are no longer in combat, effectively.
Hell yes.
So I will, but we will keep tracking your moves because.
Can I just drink some hat whiskey, please?
Sure.
I'm in a lot of pain right now. Oh, way better.
Mhm.
Still bloodied. But 16. That's huge.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And that'll be me. That'll be me.
Very good.
I'm listening still. I'll be back in a sec. Oh.
So the guard who's kind of dropped his weapons, he's kind of like step back, hands raised, kind of back off to the edge of the ship to get out of the dragon's way. Same thing with the big Durgar. Yama.
Sorry, I forgot I was muted. Yama would like to pick up the largest, heaviest, valuable kind of thing. He wants to do just like a full-on strength out of here with something valuable.
Cool. Roll a d12 for me. And I'll say, because you're sort of not in a fight, I'm going to say like each turn you're going to get one action to loot, effectively. But because you're no longer in the fight, I will give you advantage. So roll a d12 twice. I will describe kind of what it is. And let you choose which one out of the two.
So 6 or 11.
You find a crate. Again, it's very similar to the one that like Karu picked up, that has a bit of a clink to it. And what was it? What was the other one? A 12, was it?
11.
11. So you find two crates, one heavier than the other. One's
Okay,
got
I'll
like a
take
light
the-
kind of clink, and the other one is more like a clunk.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the heavier one, because I think that was my goal already in my brain hole. I'm gonna activate as a bonus action, my Ring of Expeditious Retreat, and I'm gonna cross back over to our ship.
What does that look like? The incredibly strong and typically sedate
Oosh.
Yama, now that he can move twice as fast. With
So
Expeditious
I
Retreat.
feel like it's still like a walk, like really weird. It's like an animator kind of messed up or something. Like he's still walking, but it's like double time.
Yeah.
Especially with this heavy crate, it's like thud 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 thud.
Very cool.
He doesn't look like he's in a hurry. His body is just somehow hurrying.
I think Fiera, whilst everyone's kind of looting and stuff like that, Fiera's probably going to stand, audaciously in the middle and kind of keep an eye on the surrendered crew. Both the combat and non-combat crew. There's probably a couple of people below decks who have kind of like poked their head out to see what's going on, and she's kind of just glaring them down. So, cool. Killian. All right. Writing your names next to each of the things so you can make fun of each other depending on the value you accrued, but someone gets an extra round of drinks if they get the good shit.
Love it.
Cool. Same sort of thing. Killian's dragon will probably look up at Paulie and give him a thumbs up, and then see Paulie ignoring him and be like, "Oh, okay," and then just look around menacingly at the guards and stuff.
Wait,
Karu,
who am I ignoring? Sorry.
the dragon.
Yes.
Affirmative.
Absolutely.
Oh god. Oh, my turn. What do we need to do to dislodge ourselves from this ship?
Cut all the hooks, the grappling hooks, move the gangplank, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think
Karu.
the sails are probably slightly furled in terms of so you wouldn't just get dragged off the ship and the ship separate. So there's getting the sails in the right positions, turning the ship about, things like that of that nature. I envision that as a skills challenge where you're going to need at least 10 successes to get up and running, which is at least 3 rounds, assuming you get all, or 4 rounds really, assuming you get all successes every time.
I was kind of thinking Karu would start doing that stuff. So rather than continuing to loot, I think he's just can see the big ship coming towards him. This is might start moving these gangplanks. So yeah, I guess maybe he'll cut the anchor, or he'll start pulling the anchors and throwing them back over, whatever it is.
Yeah,
I
start
don't know
pulling
what
off the
kind of
grappling
skill that
hooks and start to the process of disconnecting. Sure.
Yeah. So I need a skill thing.
Yeah, you tell me.
Can it be an athletics in that he's trying to do it swiftly, to try and do it pull as many as possible? He's kind of just running up the side of the ship?
Absolutely, yeah. I envision this as like in Pirates of the Caribbean, where they steal the ship and is running along with a hatchet and just cutting all the ropes. Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. God damn it! Never mind.
Love that.
Oh.
You want to read that out for the Paulies who aren't here?
Oh, I got an 8. So I
Oh
failed.
no!
So I failed.
Now, because this isn't the proper skills challenge yet, I won't count that as a failure that
Thank you.
damages your ship. But
It just damages Karu's. Yeah. Karu's damaged.
I'll teach you how to do it. It's okay.
It's just cutting ropes. I should know how to do it.
There's a way.
Following your lead, Evelyn is probably securing the loot you've brought in, taking that below decks, etc. As part of what she's doing. She's no longer needed for combat, and she pretends not to notice that you messed up the cutting of
I think
ropes.
it's because he's using his claws, he doesn't have his scimitar. So maybe it's like
sawing it.
Well, no, it's like, have you ever seen a cat try to like go at a piece of string and then like one of the claws will just hook into the string, and so he's like done that, and then he's just kind of doing this because it's like stuck on his hand.
Love that. Paulie.
Yes.
So that's another round gone.
Let's go. All right. Paulie will go into the captain's quarters as well.
Mm-hmm.
And just tell Yama to keep an eye on them. I'll have a quick look and see if I can look for I'll look for like the
The dragon goes to high five you as you go past, and then
I fucking absolutely leave the dragon hanging. Like one of these ones too. One of these ones too. It's like, fucking what?
This dragon is never going to come back and help us.
No. I like to think this dragon like doesn't quite get it, and he's like, yeah, that's
what we do. He does it
pranks.
too.
Friends,
He's like, yeah.
Yeah, friends play pranks on friends. Like, yeah, totally. I knew he was going to do that.
We're not friends. As I walk into the captain's
he says that. He says that because we are like friends, and he's like saying it to the.
The dragon's like a necrotic undead beast of a creature. Like, it is not a cool looking dragon. It is ugly and monstrous and evil looking as well. I love this.
Yeah, we're totally
like
friends.
it awkwardly sits there because it has like it's obviously like necrotic and evil, and like one like big pustule just pops like really sadly as I walk away. Anyway, yeah. Paulie goes into the captain's quarters, and I'm going to look for some loot.
Are you looking?
If not loot, I would like to steal the ship's manifest.
All right. You have options here. So, do you want to go after ledgers, maps, personal items, valuable or near worthless trade goods, or would you like to go for some kind of item, something that stands out as perhaps
would this ship have trade routes for the Emerald Trading Company?
If you want to look for something specific, rather than say just like the D12 roll, I guess, because you're looking at papers, give me an investigation check.
Yeah. 15. Thank God for reliable talent.
So you're looking for trade routes?
Yes. Like basically, like probably the captain's manifest and trade routes. Yeah.
Yeah. You find sort of like tucked away in one of the ledgers. Interesting. There is what appears to be a ledger. This is just like, obviously, if you spend more turns here, you'll have another chance to get something else as well. But you see what appears to be some kind of captain's ledger in where, you would typically keep it in, a locked compartment. You pop that open easily. You find the captain's ledger and what looks like maybe at the back a what looks like kind of a rolled up map in there as well.
Perfect. We'll take them both.
I'm gonna say you can take one on this turn.
Ooh. The map.
Okay.
The map is interesting.
Yeah. Poorly. Cool. I have to make you make interesting choices when you're on the wire. You can't just empty everything into your bag and go, let's go. Or you can, but it's, narratively it takes more than 6 seconds.
Yeah, no, it's way more fun if we do it this way. I prefer it too. It's good.
Yeah. Okay, that's Paulie turn. Yama still in the hold of Jade Fortune, surrounded by bits and bobs. What are you looking for?
I believe Yama already left. I used my expeditious retreat.
Oh, you absolutely did. I'm so sorry. Let me just.
And so I carried a heavy chest across. So I'm on our side. I'm gonna hand that to Karu's girlfriend, whose name has eluded me right now. And I'm gonna
when
use.
Your uncle can't remember your girlfriend's name.
Yeah. Or your uncle says your ex's name instead.
Hey, little girl, grab this chest.
Yeah. She goes to take it from you and is instantly like, oh! Clonk.
I think Yama, in the hurry, doesn't really think about that.
Yeah. She starts dragging it across the deck to get it secured away.
Is there something better suited for a strong man, I guess, in the ship world?
Yeah.
Just push the ship. Just push the ship away from
Can I push?
If you could hop on the helm and then start steering it, that always helps.
Well, you can push the ships apart, sure.
I'm gonna try and start pushing the ships apart as Kara, are you back on this side or?
No, I went back over to cut the ropes.
Yeah, okay. Well, Yama's gonna start pushing the ships apart, and I want Fiera to jump back onto this side too and maybe start pulling ropes off something.
Sure.
Unfurling the sails.
She's not going to participate in the skills challenge, but she's doing that thing of she's waiting there, sword in one hand, magic in the other, kind of holding the, keeping an eye on the enemy crew. And then just at the last moment when you think, assuming you kind of succeed here, that the ships are getting too far apart, she does a fancy twirl and just kind of leaps over with elven grace, and lands on La Floridita.
Oh, that's a 29.
I think that's a success. Let me check my
Are
notes.
you sure?
Yeah.
Sick! I love this fire giant strength potion.
That's how athletics is done, Karu.
Thank you. He's still got the string on one of his claws, just going.
In fact, you start getting pulled a bit because the ships are starting to be sort of yanked apart.
Oh. And then he starts doing that thing that cats do, where they thing is pulled and they wobble their head. It's just what is happening?
Amazing.
Very good. I'm just gonna defeated on all these guys, so I don't have to keep cycling past them. Killian is here with you in the captain's quarters, and you see him just going through jewelry boxes, Paulie, and you see him gonna go, ooh, nice, and then put something in his pocket. And then it's back to you. Oh no, sorry, Karu first.
Yeah, don't forget about me.
I'm not forgetting about you.
I'm gonna jump back on, come back onto the ship, and I'm gonna go up into the rigging and start pulling the sails down. I think.
Mm-hmm.
So an acrobatics thing.
Yeah.
Be whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, fucking hell.
12 is not going to cut it, I'm afraid, Karu. Perhaps sort of in this monstrous form, you're not as acrobatic as typically you would be. I don't think maybe you haven't done these kind of jobs in this form before. because typically you're just kind of on the seas, like you're just chilling, doing your own thing. And yeah, the size and sliminess of you is just the ropes are slick in your hands sometimes. It's just not happening. Boy, I'm glad you guys started the skills early if this is going to be the result.
It's just me. I'm the problem.
We're just getting through them. That's all.
Yeah. Paulie, back on the ship.
Right. Paulie, I'm actually not going to go for the manifest. I'll go for the ship's coffers. Usually there's like a little tiny treasure chest that, is the ship's money.
Okay. Yeah, roll a d12 for me.
Four.
Yes, you get sort of a small chest that's kind of like locked under here, sort of a locked chest that has a bit of a clink to it as you tip it, and you're able to kind of put that under one arm, and hold it there with the ledger, and you have kind of one hand free.
Perfect. I will start walking out of the captain's quarters.
Okay. So you head back out into the thing, and back onto the deck. You can see the serpent's bite getting ever nearer. Though by your gauge, you still think you've got a bit of time before they can at least start firing.
Yeah, I think we'll get out of there before then. What do you guys reckon? Yep.
Why not?
Great. Okay. Well, Paulie will say to the crew that is still around, "It's like, look, this could have been a lot easier. You tell your merchant mates that next time you try, you see Paulie's flag flying on the horizon, just surrender. It'll be a lot easier for you."
You point up to that flag. What does that flag look like? Just so we all know.
Where is it? It's here. It's like a little bird skull.
Bird
with
skull
some
and
crossies.
crossbones. Yeah,
Yeah.
very good.
Tattooed on me. I'm sorry, guys. I mean, we probably could have had a discussion about that, but that's what the tattoo artist chose. So
I'm glad it's great.
I love that. Bird skull with crossbones. And with a kind of flourish. I mean, the ships are starting to come apart now. Though obviously with your wings, you have plenty of ability of getting back to where you need to be. Yama.
Yeah, while Paulie is giving everybody a pep talk, Yama is like glowering at them, and as he pushes on this ship, he's just going to be like, "Work harder!" And I'd love to do like an intimidation check for everybody.
Yep.
Because why not? That is a 17? 14? Oh, it's a 6, not a 9. Damn it.
14 will just be enough.
Yes.
So we got a second success. Yama, intimidate. Cool. Excellent. So I think Diana and Nesbit were kind of, Nesbit was kind of like threatening, and Ratty were kind of threatening the merchant crew and kind of making them get off the ship as as they're coming apart. Diana was kind of going over and seeing to Reynard and kind of helping wrap his arm in a bandage. And then as you just yell at everyone, they do that involuntary thing that like toddlers do when you yell at them, where they kind of jump and then like run around without purpose for a moment, trying to look busy, and then find what they need to do. I don't know if you've yelled at toddlers. It's great.
It's gonna sound bite that.
Yeah, you want to clip that?
Yeah, do you want to clip that and just use
my
that
plan for the week: yell at toddlers.
Done. Yell at toddlers.
Get some
Report back if it
experience.
was great.
Yeah, you have DM Dan's permission to yell at toddlers.
It's great.
Recommend.
All right, Killian is going to come out to join you, and is going to fly back to the ship. That's going to be his whole turn. He's not going to be very useful. Karu.
I mean, I also will potentially not be particularly useful, and I will actually try to do something. Not a lot of good options because I absolutely cooked this character.
Yeah.
A lot of plus and minus ones on my skill check table. Like,
Love
how
that.
do I do that? How do I do that?
Skills.
Yeah, so it is a skill to do this to yourself.
Oh,
I'm trying to work out how to use an investigation roll. Because like I could maybe actually succeed that.
you could see what's left to do.
Yeah.
Any hidden ropes?
I was thinking like, you know, he failed to like unfurl the sails. Is it, and like maybe it's because some of the knots got stuck. Can I investigate how to untie the knot that I couldn't get?
Sure. Yeah.
Thank you. I could still fail. This is what's funny about this. Okay, I don't think I failed.
Nope, 19 is
Hey.
very good.
Yeah.
Plus 7 is great.
It's the only thing I've got that's got like a good plus to it.
So yeah, you find the you're pulling all these ropes, you got them slippery, some of them got knotted in bad ways. There's like so many knots up here. And then you do that thing of like, okay, no. I'm gonna look up to where, okay, I want that sail. And it weaves around other ropes and all this kind of stuff, but you're able to kind of track it, hunt it, if you will, and that one, and then able to pull that free. And so a lot of the sails that were kind of furled up, and some of the ropes got tangled in their ropes. You're able to kind of dislodge a lot of that as you're coming free. So you're not going to pull your ship down or anything like that.
Yay!
All right. 5 rounds down. And we're currently at 3 successes. I wasn't counting those 2 failures before. I will start counting them now. So not specifically about the time, but depending on how many failures you get, is potentially you'll take some your ship might take some damage or something like that. Paulie.
Okay, Paulie.
Also,
is
sorry,
going-
just as a reminder of the rules, so now that we're in the skills challenge proper and that's all you're doing, you can't do something you did last round, and you can't do something someone else just did.
Okay, perfect. Yep.
You can repeat a skill, like, a round or something later, if it's significantly in a different way than you did it the first time. So you could use a skill twice, but you have to come up with very interesting ways.
All right. Cool.
Yes, sorry.
All right. Paulie is going to persuade the dragon.
Oh.
He's going to look at the dragon and go, look, won't lie. Pretty much fucking hate all of you. But you seem all right. Killian likes ya. And I like Killian. So maybe we can be... Sorry, one second. No, I can get it out. Don't worry. Friends, what I need you to do, all right, for us to be friends, is go start flying towards that other ship, okay, and just bugger up one of their sails, all right, and then we can be friends.
That's amazing.
I love that. It's going to clap its little hands together. Dark ichor falling from it.
Guess what? It was a natty 1, but reliable talent makes it 21.
Ooh, interesting.
Fuck.
I think because of the natty 1, it's still a success.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say because of the natty 1, like, it now really thinks that you're friends, and Paulie's going to have to like pay for that somehow.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
If
Roger.
you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. So we're friends now. Yeah. Roger.
If not friends, like, you're gonna, it's that the dragon will remember this. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like even when
Yes,
it
yes,
gets
yes, yes, yes.
reincarnated, it's gonna
Yep.
think, you're best buddies now.
You're gonna
Okay.
have to high five it next time. That's what you're gonna have to do.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. I love that. Yama.
Mm.
Gleaming armor, full of strength.
Yeah, so having kind of shoved these boats off each other as much as he can, he's gonna head to the helm and use his strength to like tear this rudder into the direction that they need it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd love to go for a strength again. Athletics.
Yep, I'll pay that.
Root. Oh, it was almost a natural 20, but it is a 19.
19 is still very good.
Ooh!
So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. You're halfway there.
Hell yeah. Not if Karu has anything to say about it.
Hey, totally fair.
How long? Also, how long does the potion of strength last?
It's at least an hour, but
okay,
let
you
me
got plenty of time.
double check that.
I was gonna say if it's a minute.
Yeah,
we're coming up on
it's
round
1
10.
hour.
Yeah, you got plenty of time. All right, Killian is not being useful. He is going through and like logging all of the loot because I don't want to have him contribute to the skills challenge to make it harder for you all. Karu.
But I balance it out. Like I make it fair because I'm so bad at these. I'm trying to figure out what to do. Because what else do you do on a ship to like make it go?
Go. We're such sailors. I've been trying to Google
Like
sailor skills, and it's so hard.
we've done the sails. We've like cut the ropes. We've got you at the helm.
I mean, is Karu particularly, can he know which way the wind's blowing? Is he like, connected to nature in that way, or
climbing up? So like you can't also unfurl the sails from the bottom. You need to do the top sails too. So you actually need to climb up there and unfurl them.
I did that. Didn't I do that?
I mean, there's always more sails on a ship. Ship's got n plus one number of sails where n is infinite.
I mean, I could, but then I'm doing,
Oh,
I guess,
actually, you are barred from doing athletics.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
You know what you could always do? You could always just check where the current is. Being a you could check where the current is.
Yeah. Can I go over to the side of the ship, stick my head in the water, open my mouth, and like with my tongue go, the current's going this way.
Sure.
It's like a nature check.
Oh, is that how fish do that?
Nature perception. I love all those.
Hang on, I'm gonna. Damn it! I had the little advantage thing, but it's because it's not about using my senses.
I mean, if you can work out how to use your sense of smell in this,
not in the current.
Where do I use my sense of smell? Which power is that?
I thought it was just like a feature you have, or maybe I'm just thinking.
No,
of different
it's
characters.
only on like perception, and I think so. No, it's only on perception. I have advantage on other things. Well, I'm going to do what I just said and just do the.
And remember that you have the ability to, if you're very creative, come up with, okay, this is a nature check, but because I'm hanging off the side of the ship, it's a strength nature check. Like there's room for mixing and matching in the Dan Skills Challenge world, which just made the calculations like your polycule a lot harder to work out. The combinations.
This is why Kara is not good at this, is because he invests way too much brain power in the polycule.
Yeah.
He's thinking too hard about fairness and equality and making sure that no hierarchy is established and no one thinks that they're the primary partner. We're all like, he's doing all this shit.
Yeah.
He's reading Polysecure, and then that just means he forgets to.
He set up a kitchen table, literally, just to have that kind of kitchen table set up.
Yeah. So that means he's very bad at doing pirate things. I'm just going to go a nature roll. I think I can't.
Sure.
Yeah. The taste of the water tells him which way to go.
There you go.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Hells
Can't all be
yeah.
failures. I just needed someone to not believe in me, i.e. Dan.
That's
For me
right.
to be like,
You're
just
like,
you wait.
fuck you. I can get this done.
I'm gonna fucking get this. Just you wait.
Absolutely. Excellent. 6 successes. What does Kairo come up after he's dunked his head in? What does he come up to tell everyone?
He comes up and he's just like, chipmunk cheeks full of water, and then he just like does that, like, when you spit out water in like a stream, and he just points and he's like, that way.
Current's that way.
Current's doing the best thing that way.
Excellent. Cool. All right, with that information, Paulie.
Rightio. Paulie is going to. All right, actually, shit, I can't do that one either. I just thought about it, that was already done. I'm gonna see how far away the ship is from us, and then see which angle the ship is going. So, like, if it's planning to turn and hit us from the port or the aft.
Yeah.
Perception. 25.
Ooh, very good. 25, you say? So perception. Paulie. You can bring it home this round. Is this the ship? No, this is not the one I want to be on. I want Big Island. Not Frigate Battle. It's rude. Cool. All right. Who's up next? Oh, I've lost the turn order because I'm an idiot.
Also, Dan, I apologize too. I've just received a message. After the skills challenge, I've got to hop off.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So it's
the order was Paulie, Yama, Killian, Karu.
yeah,
so.
cool. So I'll just remove that. So that was Paulie's turn. Yama's turn.
Yama. Yama, 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 yama. Yummy, yama. Oh, well, now's the time for Yama at the helm to start plotting his shortcut that he's been planning. And I would love to make a cartography roll if I can.
Ooh, I love that.
Hey, he's been waiting for this moment. Oh God, he's still not ready. It's an A. He's still not an army yet.
So I like to think you look at some of the maps that you have, and you're like, oh yes, Captain, we have to let ourselves drift closer to the shore because it's shallow here. They won't be able to follow us in the shallows. And then you just hear this scraping on the bottom of the ship.
Oh God damn it!
And I was like, no.
Yeah, but that's not how water works.
Okay,
Excellent.
you're doing great. You're doing great there, Yama. Don't worry, you got this.
Oops, that's not a real number. That's real. Yeah, your ship takes 8. Oh, what? Not hovering. Stupid extra thingos. Your ship takes 8 damage.
God damn it!
Still fine. Don't even worry about it. Karu, you got this. You pull your head up just in time to not get hit by the coral reef that Yama just let you drift into.
True. Always doing that shit to Karu.
Every time I go in the water, he's gonna have gonna have a complexity about fucking water at some point where he's gonna be like, I can't go in there every time.
What would you like to do, Kara?
I want to do something kind of dumb, honestly. I want
We're
to
here for it.
Yeah, cool. I want to stand at the back of our ship, like imagining that the ship that's coming after us has like, you know, spy glasses and they're like looking at us. And I just want to look absolutely feral and menacing and just be like,
Yes.
like tentacles are just
Staunch
like,
'em.
doing this. Maybe I've got my mouth open. I'm just like, because I'm still in feral mode, just like drooling ichor. And I just like whoever's looking in the spyglass from that ship to just see me and go, oh, dear God, do we really want that? No, we don't want that. So like an intimidation roll,
Sure.
essentially. So to people on our ship, it just looks really dumb because Kara is just standing at the back, just drooling.
19.
He's
very
learning
good.
out again. Hey, crushing it.
Hey,
Excellent.
I play to my strengths apparently.
So I love that. Yeah, so you're doing that. Like, you know, we cut over to the serpent's bite, and one of the mages who's kind of like watching you, and while also like concentrating on some spells to kind of fill their sails and all this kind of stuff, just sees you and is just like, oh God, and starts throwing up.
Perfect.
Meanwhile, Aveline and Diana kind of stop and look up at you, Marty McFly style, and just be like, isn't he his dream?
Is the dragon flying towards them as well?
Yeah. So I think like they're kind of slowed up for in a certain term. They're preparing spells. You can see kind of fog clouds starting to create, or lightning clouds starting to be created, but the dragon's kind of strafing them and spewing its sort of toxic, necrotic spew at the enemy ship, and they're having to spend a lot of their attention to kind of take out the dragon. I think eventually, you see him just shot out of the sky. And he, like, as he's going down, he kind of looks back at you over the many vast, the mile or so that distance between you two, and you just see him like hold up his fist, like, I've got you, Captain, and then turn into like ethereal stars as he splashes into the water. Excellent.
So sad.
It is sad. Poor guy.
Dragons.
Wants to be loved.
All right, the ship gets ever closer.
You need like one more success?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Have we moved at all actually as well?
For the purpose of the skill challenge, no. In terms of they are gaining on you. In the real world, yes.
Cool.
I think you've started moving, albeit slowly, and things are getting prepared. Yes, you just need one more success to be underway.
Perfect. Well, is it my one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Get it, Paul.
I've got the perfect one. I've got the perfect one. So, as Paulie goes, all right, no, Yama, move the helm this way, just a little bit to this point here, and then we'll hide ourselves behind the island, pop ourselves into a cove, and then pass them out. So I want to roll stealth
Very good.
Ooh.
to evade them. So I think we're going to go past and through the island, so they may turn around the other way, but we're actually going to go out the other way.
Love that.
31.
I think that might succeed. So yeah, describe that to me. The kind of cove setup and the sneaky tactics that Paulie.
Maybe there's a fog that's like attached to one of the coves of the island.
Mm-hmm.
And the fog kind of comes out of the cove. We go through it, but we actually turn into the cove, and they think we've passed through the fog and kept going past the island.
Yeah, excellent. And you're able to, you get into those kind of shallower areas, not as shallow as Yama kind of steered you into, but areas where
you're cutting out there a bit, Dan.
You block line of sight with the island itself, buying you that cover, and are able to, shoot out the other side in an area they're not expecting. And by that time, the time they would need to turn, your ship is just a lot more agile, and you sail off into the distance.
Hell yeah.
Congratulations, you have solved my naval escape puzzle.
That's it.
Paulie, I know you need to go ASAP. Did you want to do discover the loot, or do you want to save that for
Quick
next
loot,
week?
yes.
Quick loot? Okay. Evelyn pulls up the bundle that she grabbed, and inside this sort of wax cloth, oiled leather kind of protection, she pulls out what appears to be a quiver, and she kind of looks at it, and it's empty. But when she puts it on her back, it fills with sort of ethereal magical arrows. And then she takes it off her back, and it's empty.
Ooh.
Then she puts it back on, and there's javelins in there. And then she takes it off, and it's empty. She also opens the bag she pulled, and she opens it, and she's like, "Oh, it's empty. It felt like there was something in there." And then she reaches a hand in to kind of see if there's a hidden compartment. Karu, can you roll a d8 for me, please?
1.
She pulls out a weasel, and it kind of climbs up her arm and sits on her.
Weasel, weasel, if you please.
That's what it says. It climbs up around.
Creepy.
And she's like, "Ooh, can you go get us some snacks?" And the weasel's like, and runs down and goes off to cause havoc and steal snacks.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, but be careful of nibbles, all right? Monkeys and weasels don't get along.
Yeah. Karu, the crate you got, you pop that bad boy open. Inside is a bunch of pottery that looks very poorly made, and some of it is already cracked from your handling of it. You value that at about 5 GP.
I start smashing it.
It is now worth.
Actually, I put the
GP.
crate. Yeah, I put the crate in the middle, and I tell everybody to relieve some stress, and we have a smash room.
Yeah.
Legend of Zelda styles.
Yeah, pretty much.
Excellent. The bundle that you gathered, though, you open that up, and there are high-quality animal furs and pelts. You instantly value that at 175 gold.
Oh.
He looks at Evelyn and Diana. He's like, "This would be perfect in the room."
Oh, God.
So if you want to note that down, that you have high quality animal furs and pelts that you may not sell, but they are worth 175 gold if you ever need them.
What was that quiver called too?
The quiver of it's Elona. I'll pop it in the chat.
I got it. I'll just put it in my inventory for now.
Yep. And the bag that Evelyn has is a bag of tricks. I assume Killian's kind of it is a small fuzzy bag. Once per day, you can reach inside and pull out a small animal, determined by rolling on a special table. The creature is friendly and obeys your commands for 24 hours.
That's cool.
Yama, the big crate that you pulled out, you open it up and it's just raw copper ore. Very heavy. Probably the whole crate's probably valued about 50 gold.
Amazing. Rocks.
Oh
wait, wrong character.
Paulie, did you grab the
Yeah, I
map
was
or the ledger in the end? I've got here that you grabbed the map. Is that correct?
I grabbed the map. I did grab the map.
So you pull out the map. It is a hand-drawn map showing hidden smuggling routes used by the Emerald Trading Company.
Say that again, so you cut out.
It's a map of smuggling routes used by the Emerald Trading Company.
Hell yes.
Oh, what about my sheaf of papers?
Yep.
Bound.
You got a crew roster. It's a list of all the current crew members and their assigned duties.
Okay. Lame.
Killian pulls out the things that he nicked from the captain's quarters. He has a gold signet ring that has kind of like emerald inlay, and it's bearing the crest of the Voss family.
Cool.
You probably think this is worth at least sort of, let's say like 80 gold.
Cool.
Especially to the right person, because it's a family heirloom kind of thing of that captain you killed. And he also pulls out a pendant that's just like a rabbit foot, pendant kind of thing. It's got like a silver chain and then like a severed rabbit's foot on there. And he's like, "Ah, shit, I thought this was magical. I think it's just like regular luck that isn't real and that no one should believe in. Fuck!" And he goes to like throw it off the ship.
Maybe don't. Rabbit.
Karu
Be
catches
lucky. Yeah. I could use some luck.
it. You have a lucky rabbit's foot pendant.
Yay.
Paulie, you crack open the captain's chest that you nicked. Inside is 10 platinum and 700 gold.
Oh, hell yeah.
So 800 gold total.
I'll just pop it in there for now, and we'll split that up later with the crew and everything else.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So you sail off, having earned some more reputation, and earned a little bit of money for your piracy. And the air is the air was thick with gunpowder, but now it's just all salty spray as you've kind of left the silhouette of the Serpent's Bite in the background. Now you set your eyes forward to the gala that you need to attend, and we'll pick that up perhaps next week. In the meantime, I ask you all to open your character sheets in Foundry. You should see a special tab called Downtime, which is a clock. If you click that, you'll see all the kind of downtime activities I've added onto there for you. And we can maybe chat about that quickly offline once we we'll end this session. I'll end the stream and the recording, and we can we'll talk about it then. Because Paulie's got to go. Bye-bye, Paulie. Bye-bye, everybody. Remember, you can yell at toddlers. I'm out. Bye-bye.